तुम क्या करोगे?
मेरे को मेरे काम है।
बना लो।
श्योर। किसको? नहीं तो मैं 12 बजे तक रहते ना, मुझे आदत है।
So online students, can you able to hear my voice, right? Online students, yes. Okay, right. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yes. Okay, fine. Thank you. So 1 minute, 1 minute. So 1 minute. Yes, online students, 1 minute. So 1 minute. Okay, so fine. Oh,
वो वाले खाने वाले।
ओके बाय।
okay, right. Yes. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, just. So yesterday, what I said is. So this is yesterday's. I said what is a course title and what you're learning it. Your course title is full stack web development using Python and you're learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap and jQuery and Django in depth and REST API in depth. And you also learn development and deployment tools and event testing. And you're doing two projects. One project is using Django and one project is using Django with what? REST API. And even I'll try to tell you how to work with the Flask because some companies they are asking both Django as well as what? Flask. But most of the companies they are asking which one? Django. If possible, I'll try to cover it. Yes, if possible, I'll try to cover it. Satrak. Okay. So duration of your course is 3 months. And who can learn this course? 2.5 months to 3 months, right? And yes. So who can learn this course is, I said to learn this course, you should have, no, Flask is, see, all these are, what you're learning is web development. what you required is web development. Okay. Flask is also for which development? Web development. Yes. 2.5 months to 3 months. I'll take 2.5 months to 3 months because I have to cover these many things. I have to cover these many things and it required 2.5 months to 3 months. So I said, who can learn this course is the person who's familiar with Python, data structures, collections, and what functions. And I said, once you complete this course, you can apply as a web developer, a Django developer, or full stack Python developer. And I supposed to place this Telegram ID actually. This is my Telegram ID and this is my mail ID. And I said initially, your class timings are 11 to 12:45. Okay, but because of demo classes, I'm starting late and I'll try to leave early because of demo classes. But once the batch is set, we'll have full-fledged, like 11 to 12:45. And this class is both offline as well as online. But this is not a demo classes. All these are regular classes.
Not a demo.
I'll not be repeating these classes again. All these are regular classes and I'll not be repeating this again. Yeah, we'll see MongoDB, Oracle, MySQL. Okay, don't worry about that. SQLite. So Chetana, right? Chetana. We'll see all the databases. We'll see all the databases. Yeah, not done anything. I just said about what is the course and now notes will be uploaded in Google Classroom. Notes will be uploaded in Google Classroom. And Python is a general purpose. Yeah, Python is a general purpose programming language, right? What I said is Python is a general purpose programming language. This language is used for developing different types of applications. And for developing any applications using Python, Python provides large standard libraries or what? APIs. I said in the last class what is API is. API stands for Application Programming Interface. See, so don't think that only this much you are learning. If possible, I'll tell you working with microservices also. Don't worry about that. Okay. Yes. How to implement microservices using Python. Okay. Don't worry about that. I'll try to give you more knowledge, but not less knowledge. Okay. I'll try to give you more knowledge, but not less knowledge. Okay. So just remember that. And Python is, yesterday we started with what is, so Python is a general purpose programming language and this language is used for developing different types of applications. For developing applications, yes, what screen is visible or not? Gaurav, is the screen is visible or not? Gaurav, are you there or not? Okay. So yesterday we have seen Python is a general purpose programming language and this language is used for developing different types of applications. Different types of applications. And for developing applications, yes, for developing applications using Python, Python provides large standard libraries or what? APIs. For developing applications using Python, Python provides large standard libraries or what? APIs. So I said, what is API? API stands for Application Programming Interface. Now API is a collection of what here? Packages. And I said, what is a package is? A package is nothing but a folder and a package is a collection of what? Modules. Every Python program is called as one module. A module is a collection of what? Functions and types. Now APIs are used for developing what? Applications. API is what here? Library. So language provides libraries for developing different types of applications. And where you find all these libraries, you find all these libraries or APIs exist in one repository called which one? PyPI, which is called as Python Package Index. And generally, if you want to install any library, you try to install it by using which command? Pip. So pip is nothing but preferred installer program, which is nothing but is a tool. Pip is a tool. Pip is a tool which you are using it. Okay, pip is a tool. Pip is a tool which you are using it to install what? Libraries or what? APIs, right? Suppose if you want to develop, no, this is regular class. It's not a demo class. I'm telling you again and again. It is not a demo class. It is a regular class. And I don't repeat this class again tomorrow, right? All these are regular classes only. All these are regular classes only, right? All these are regular classes only, not demo classes. Okay? Maybe for you it might be a demo classes, but for me all these are which classes? Regular classes only. For example, if you want to work with the data science, if you want to work with the data science, to work with the data science, what do you require? To work with the data science, what do you require? Do you require which one? Libraries. To work with the data science, you require what? Libraries. Okay, to work with the data science, you require what? Libraries. Yes, is the screen is okay? Can you see the screen? Yes. 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 So to work with the data science, what you required? Libraries. What libraries you required? NumPy. You required libraries like NumPy, Pandas. What is that? Matplotlib. Who provided all these libraries? Is it provided by Python or third-party vendors? Third-party vendors. Okay. These libraries are provided by whom? Third-party vendors. Means not. These are application-specific libraries. These are what? Application-specific libraries which are provided by third-party vendors. Which are provided by which one? Third-party vendors. Then whatever libraries which comes with the Python software, which are called as standard libraries. Which are called as standard libraries, and these are provided by whom? Python. These libraries are provided by whom? Python. Standard libraries are provided by Python, but application-specific libraries are provided by third-party vendors. Application-specific libraries are provided by third-party vendors. For example, if you see, you install Python software, right? Suppose in my system, I install the Python software. Where I install the Python software here is, suppose, assume that this is the location. Just try to understand here. Because whenever you install the Python software, with the Python software, you don't get all the libraries. With the Python software, you don't get all the libraries. Suppose you find one folder called lib. Now can you see all these libraries? Within this you have a folders. These folders are called what? Packages. These folders are called packages, and these are programs. .pys are what? Programs, and each Python program is one module. Each Python program is one module. For example, there is a module. There is a module called, see here. There is a module called, which one? OS. What is OS here? OS is a module. It is a Python program. OS is a module, or it is a Python program. Programs that import as a use as OS stands for better chance to being portable between different platforms. It means This OS module provide all operating system related what functions. OS module will provide all operating system related what functions. All operating system related functions provided by which module? OS module. Provided by which module? OS module. Every Python program is one module. What is a module in Python is a Python program. What is a module in Python is a Python program. OS module. OS module. Okay, so there is a calendar module. Calendar module provide all calendar functions or not? Yes. Using these functions, I can perform all calendar related operations. There is a module called date time. Date time module contain all date time related what functions. If you want to work with the date time, but what all these are? Which modules these are? These are which libraries? Standard libraries. I mean, these are the libraries which comes with what Python software. Can you see? Can you see? Suppose, can I see the pandas here? Can I see the library called pandas here? No. Can I see the library called NumPy here? No. Can I see the library called matplotlib here? No. It means application specific libraries doesn't comes with what Python software. Okay, all these are inbuilt libraries. Inbuilt libraries are these are called standard libraries. Now suppose there is one folder. What is the folder name here? Kinter. Kinter is the name of the Kinter is the name of the package. Kinter is a package. I said no, libraries are two. One is packages and one more is what? Modules. A package is a collection of what? Modules. It means if library consists of more than one program, if a library consists of more than one program, they put those programs into one folder. If the library is having more than one program, they put inside one folder, and that folder is what? Package. That folder is called as which one? Package. Okay. So package is a collection of modules. Now total is there. Collections is there. Collections is a module. Okay. There is a, so number of packages are there and modules are there. So application specific libraries doesn't comes with what? Python software. If I want to work with the data science, I require libraries like NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. If I want to work with the machine learning, what I required? I required some libraries. I required some libraries for machine learning or not? Yes. What libraries are required for machine learning? You required some TensorFlow. Okay, TensorFlow, scientific-learn. All these are what? Some libraries which required to work with what? Machine learning. Suppose if I want to develop mobile applications, what I required? I required some libraries. I required some libraries like which one? Kiwi. Kiwi is used for developing which applications? Mobile applications. Now all these are third-party APIs or not? Yes. Getting or not? Okay. In the same way, if I want to develop, which applications? Web applications. In the same way, if I want to develop a web application, okay, if you want to develop Windows-based applications, Windows-based applications or GUI applications, graphical user interface application, now Python provide Kinter. But this Kinter is third party or provided by Python? Provided by Python. It's not a third party. Third party means you find WX Python. Okay, PyQt, these are what? Third party. PyQt, these are what? Third party, right? Suppose if you want to communicate with the database, I want to communicate with the database. Okay, I want Python program wants to communicate with which one? Database. How my Python program communicate with the database? For that you require some libraries or APIs or not? Yes. If I want to connect to Oracle, I use a library called cx underscore what? Oracle. cx underscore Oracle to communicate with which database? Oracle database. And MySQL connector. MySQL connector is for communicating with which database? MySQL database. Now CX underscore Oracle is provided by Oracle. CX underscore Oracle provided by Oracle. And MySQL connector is provided by MySQL people to communicate with what? MySQL. Yes. But what all these are? These are these are what? APIs. It means if you want to develop any application, if you want to develop any application, what you require is APIs. Now APIs makes it application development more easy. These are libraries, but Django is there. Django and there is a Flask. Django and there is a Flask. Django and Flask. Is it these are libraries? Is it Django is a library? Is it Django is a library? Is it a Flask is a library? No. Django is not a library. Django is not a library. Flask is not a library. It is what? It is a framework. Now the question comes here is, it is a framework. It is a framework. Then you must know what is the difference. You must know what is the difference between the libraries and what? Framework. What is the difference between libraries and what? Framework. Okay. Now libraries and framework. That we'll see later. What is the difference between the library and framework? Now question comes here is, what is the difference? I'm not talking in the view of Django or Flask. Generally, I'm talking the difference between library and what? Framework. Difference between a library and what? Framework. So what is the difference between library? What is the difference between library and the framework? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? What is the difference between library and framework? What is library? Already I said definition, right? Library is library is present inside a Python software. Frameworks are user defined. What is this here? No, not like that. Libraries are predefined set of programs or modules. Okay. What is a library? Okay, library is a collection of what? Programs. Library is a collection of programs. Okay, yes, we'll just see here. Library is a collection of programs. Here also we have, I said here definition, right? API is a collection of packages. Library is a collection of yes, very good. This is Sidhu. Sidhu said something, right? Okay. Library is a collection of programs. Collection of programs. Our library is a collection of which one? Packages. A package is a collection of, yes, a package, generally, you'll say a package is collection of what? Modules. A package is a collection of modules or programs which provides predefined, what is that? Functionality. And now, who uses libraries? Application developer. Yes. Library is a collection of programs. Library is a collection of what? Programs. And these programs are packages. A package is a collection of modules or programs which provides some predefined functionality. which provides predefined functionality. Now it is a responsibility of programmer to call the functions of which one? Libraries. To develop what? Applications. To develop what? Applications. Okay. But when it comes to the framework, okay, when it comes to the framework is a software. I can say framework, framework is a software, library is a software, and framework is also software. What is a framework? Is a software which provides development environment, which provides development environment, and which environment? Execution environment. Framework is a software which provides two environments here. One is development environment, and it also provide which environment? Execution environment. It is providing two things. One is development environment as well as what? Execution environment. Framework is a software which provides, okay, development environment as well as what? Execution environment. What is the meaning of development environment? It is providing two things. Development environment. For developing applications, what you required? For developing applications, what you required? Libraries. Not ideally here. For developing applications, what you required? Libraries. For developing applications, we required which one? Libraries. For developing applications, we required libraries. And framework provides what? Libraries. Framework provides what? Libraries for developing. Framework provides libraries for developing what? Applications. Okay, framework provide libraries for developing applications, and it is not only providing libraries for developing applications, it is also providing which environment? Execution environment. Execution environment means framework also provide, okay, framework also provide, or framework provides an architecture. Framework provide what? It provides here? Architecture. It will provide an architecture for developing applications. Framework provides an architecture for developing what? Applications. And framework also provide runtime. It also provide which one? Runtime environment. It also provide which one? Runtime environment, who will take care of execution of what? Develop application. Who will take care of, which will take care of developed execution of developed application. It means the flow of execution of application or project is controlled by which one? Framework. The flow of execution of application or programs are controlled by which one? Framework. The flow of execution of application or project is controlled by which one here? Framework. Framework is providing two things. It is providing development environment as well as what? Execution environment. It is providing development environment as well as execution environment. For developing applications, what you required? Libraries. And using libraries, you are developing application. And framework provide an architecture for developing what? Application. Means it defines some rules and regulations. How to develop a project, that is defined by what? Framework. How to develop a project, that is defined by what? Framework. It defines one unique architecture of developing what? Project. Okay. It defines unique architecture of developing what? Applications. Framework force you to develop application by following these rules and regulation. Framework force you to develop the application by following these rules and regulations. For example, why frameworks are, for example, so why this is required. A simple example, if you see, for example, you have a assume that there are different companies. Okay, there are different companies are there. Okay, just try to understand what is the need of frameworks. What is the need of frameworks? So there are different companies are there. There are different companies are there. There is a company called X. There is a company called what? X. There is a company called Y. And there is one more company called which one? Z. There are three companies are there. One is X company, and second one is Y company, and third one is what? Z company. How many companies are there? Three companies are there. Okay, now suppose assume that there is one language. Assume that there is one language. There is one language called A language. Which language it is? A language. Just try to understand. A language. There is one language whose name is what? A language. And there is one person. There is one person. Okay, there is one person here. There is one person is there. This person is P1. Who is this person? Our software engineer 1. Now, this is a software engineer 1. Okay. So, software engineer 1 want to develop one project. Okay. Software engineer 1 develop one project using which language? A language. Okay. Software engineer 1 develop which one? One project using which language? A language, by using one architecture. By using one architecture, and that architecture is defined by which one? X company. That architecture is defined by which company? X company. X company. Are getting on not? That architecture is defined by which company? X company. Using X architecture, he developed one application using which language? A language. It means that architecture belongs to which company? X company. That architecture belongs to which company? X company. Suppose after 1 year, this person, SC1, software engineer 1, he moved from X company to which one? Y company. And in Y company also they are using which language? A language. They are using which language? A language. But they are not developing application using X architecture. They are not developing application using which architecture? X architecture. This Y company is having their own architecture called Y architecture. Then is it this software engineer 1, is it able to understand Y architecture? No, because he developed application using which architecture? X architecture. Getting on, it means the rules for developing application might be maybe changes from one company to what? Another. It means whenever a person is moving to a new company, he should learn a new architecture. Or whenever this application is moved to another company, they should implement what? A new architecture. Because of that, they try to define one common standards. Can you call this common standard as one protocol or not? Yes. Now, every framework defines some set of rules and regulations. If X company is using this framework, the Y company also uses same framework. Z company also uses same. Z company also uses same framework. So that the software engineer can work with any project or not? Yes. Is it the software engineer can work with any project or not? Yes, because all these companies are using same rules or different rules? Same rules. And that rules are defined by which one? Framework. Now, framework will force you. When you are using this framework will force you, you need to develop the application using the same rules and what? Regulations. You need to develop the application using the same rules and what? Regulations. Framework will force you to develop application by using same set of rules and regulations. Now, framework, as you see the definition, framework is a software which provides how many environments? 2 environments. One is development environment as well as what? Execution environment. For developing application, what we required libraries. And is it that libraries are provided by framework or not? Yes, framework provides libraries for developing applications, and framework provides architecture for developing application. It defines a unique architecture for developing what? Applications. Getting or not? Okay, yes. It says that you want to develop any project using a framework, you have to follow these rules and regulations. And framework will also provide which environment? Runtime environment. It also provide which environment? Runtime environment, which will take care of execution of what? Developed application. From where to start, where to move, flow of control. Flow of control is done by which one? Framework called. Framework itself, which will take care of execution of developing application. The flow of execution of application or project is controlled by which one? Framework. You don't require to think about this should be called and this should be called. That is taken care by which one? Framework itself. Getting or not? Okay. As simple as like this. As simple as like this. Let us see this. It is as simple as like this. For example, a library is like this. Library means, for example, a person want to prepare a what do you call it as coffee. A person want to prepare which one? Coffee. A person want to prepare a coffee, right? Coffee is a library. What is coffee now? Library. Coffee is a library. Just try to understand what is the difference between the library and what is the difference between a library and framework. Coffee spelling okay. So I want to prepare a coffee FFE. I want to prepare a coffee. What is the name of the library? Coffee is a library. What it provide? It provide coffee powder. What it provide? Coffee powder. And this will provide which one? Milk. Okay, it will provide milk, and it is also provide which one? Sugar. So coffee is what now? Coffee is which one now? Library. Coffee is a library. Coffee is a library. Now, using this library, a person want to make a coffee. A person want to make a coffee using which one? Coffee library. Then what he'll do it? He'll take measurement. Measurement is his own or not? Measurement is his own? Yes. He'll take some coffee powder, he'll take some milk, and he'll take some sugar, and then he'll prepare which one? Coffee. But measurement is it measurement is depending on which one? User. Okay, you are taking all this and you are making which one? Coffee. This is called as which one? Library. There is another one which is called as coffee maker. There is another one is there. What is that another one? Coffee maker. Coffee maker or coffee machine. Coffee maker or coffee machine. What is this coffee maker or coffee machine? Tell me. What is this coffee maker or coffee machine? This coffee maker and coffee machine is what now? It is a framework. Coffee maker or coffee machine is what? Framework. What this framework is having? Coffee maker or coffee machine is having what? Coffee library is there. Within this, which library is there? Coffee library is there. It is having a coffee library which provides. Okay, coffee library is there, and that will provide what it provide? Coffee powder. It will provide coffee powder. It is provide milk. It is also provide which one? Sugar. Apart from this, it is also having which one? It is also having which one? Coffee Coffee what? Engine. Coffee engine is there. It is also having which one? Coffee engine. It is also having coffee engine. Coffee engine is there. It is also having which one? Coffee engine. But the job of this person is the job of this person is the coffee engine tells that how much coffee powder should take. The coffee engine tells that how much powder should take and how much sugar should take. And that is given to which one? Coffee engine. And that coffee engine will prepare what? That coffee engine will prepare what? Coffee. And then return it or not? Yes. It means a framework is providing what? Two things. One is development environment and one more is what? Execution environment. Okay, the flow of execution is not done by whom? Programmer. That is taken care by which one? Framework itself. That is taken care by which one? Framework itself. It is a ready-made. This is called as what? Ready-made. For example, noodles. If you take noodles, okay, 2 minutes noodles. What? It is ready-made. Everything is available in one pack. What you take it, you just boil the water and put the noodles and put the ingredients. That's all. Over. But if it is manual preparation, then you have to take atta, you have to prepare noodles, you have to take masala, you should prepare all the things, and preparing becomes what? Very difficult. Yes or no? So measurement and everything will be there in the framework. Framework. But don't say what is framework means noodles. Right? Don't say what is a framework means noodles, but you have to take technical definition. Framework is a software which provides two environments. One is development environment and one more is what? Execution environment. For developing applications, we required libraries. Framework provides libraries for developing application. This definition is a common definition. It is not related with Python. Either if you are learning Java frameworks, if you are learning .NET frameworks, okay, any framework, the definition is the same. That's the reason I used to tell in Python also. In Python, you learn object orientation. Object oriented is not related with Python. Object oriented is a programming paradigm which is common for all object oriented languages. Encapsulation meaning doesn't changes. Polymorphism meaning doesn't changes. Inheritance meaning doesn't changes. But only implementation changes from one language to what? Another language. Because Java is an object-oriented language, Python is object-oriented language, .NET is also object-oriented language. If you learn object-oriented in Python, you need to learn only the syntax in what? .NET, you need to learn only the syntax in what? Java. Because encapsulation, class, object, polymorphism, inheritance, all these definitions will be what? Same. Because object-oriented is not a language, right? What is object-oriented? It defines some set of rules and regulations. It's a programming paradigm. What it defines some set of rules and regulations for writing what? Programs. Correct or not? For writing programs. For writing programs. Okay. I think you understood what is the difference between library and what? Framework. What is a library? A library is a collection of packages. A package is a collection of modules. A module is a collection of functions. And you use these functions and develop application. But framework is, what is framework is? Is a software which provide development environment as well as what? Execution environment. For developing applications, what you required? Libraries. For executing application, what you required? Execution engine. And that execution engine and flow of control of program is taken care by which one? Framework itself. From where to start and where to end. Everything. So framework also provide an architecture for developing what? Application. Architecture means how to develop a project. How to develop a project. That architecture is also given by which one? Framework. The templates also given by whom? Framework. Everything is given by what? Framework. What you have to do? You have to inject. You have to write the programs and you have to inject to what framework. That's all. So developing applications using framework is more easier. Getting on developing applications using framework is more easier. Okay, now. So that is the difference between library and what framework. I'm saying runtime environment means runtime environment consists of so many things. Okay, that we'll see later. Okay, now, right. Then is it this is clear the difference between library and what framework? Okay, let us move into another definition. Let us move into another definition. And what is the definition is what is I said yesterday, right? Web application. What is web application and types of web application and how to develop web applications using Python. Types of web applications and what is the advantage? What is the advantage of web applications? What is the advantage of web applications or what? Internet applications. What is the advantage of web applications or internet applications? What is web application? What is application? Tell me here, what is application? Web will write again. What is application? Or what is application? Application is a software. Application is a software or application is a software which is collection of what? Programs. Application is a collection of what? Programs. And each program is used to perform specific operations. To perform a specific operation or what? Task. What is application? Come on here. What is application? Is a software which is a collection of programs. Application is a collection of programs and each program is used to perform a specific task or not? Yes. So then what is web application? What is web application? Come on here. What is web application? Next comes here is what is web application? Come on. What is web application? What is web application? That runs on server. Okay. Collection of programs. Web application. Gmail is which application? Web application. Gmail is a web application. What is that? Other things. Gmail is a web application. Yahoo is a web application. Instagram is a web application. Facebook is a web application. All these are web applications or not? Yes. Facebook is a social network web application. Gmail is a mailing web application. Mailing. Zoom is a web application. All these are web applications or not? Yes. Then what is web application? So generally web applications which are accessed, generally web application is nothing but a set of programs which are accessed using what? Internet. An application whose resources are accessed using internet. The application whose resources are accessed by using what? Browser. Access from using what? Browser. Whenever you are talking about web application, yes, just try to understand some terminology. Application which runs on, yes, applications which are accessed using which one? Browser. And applications which are accessed using which one? Browser. That applications you call it as what? Web applications. And applications which are accessible using browser. In internet, how you are accessing the applications using which one? Browser. But is it applications are there in your system? Is it applications are there in your system? No. Is it Gmail application is there in your system? No. Is it Yahoo application is there in your system? No. Is it HDFC application is there in your system? No. Where all these applications are reside in another system, which you call it as what? Server. You call it as which one? Server. It means in web, whenever you are talking about web, in web, how many programs will be there? In web, how many programs will be there? Whenever you are talking about web, how many programs will be there? At least how many programs? Two programs. One is a client and one more is a server. Who is a client? Browser. Don't say who's a client means I am a client. Don't say I am a client, right? Client. Who's a client in web? Browser. Who's a client in web? Browser. And server is a web server. Server is a software or not? Yes. Where your application runs. Where your application runs. Is it application is there in your system? No. So when you're talking about applications, right, there is a standalone applications and there is a internet applications or web applications. Standalone applications. And applications which are installed in your system and executed from your desktop. An application which are runs from your desktop and applications which runs from your desktop, those applications you call it as what? Standalone applications, which are installed in your system and executed from locally from your system. That applications are called which one? Standalone. For example, calculator is there. Calculator is which application? Standalone application. Where is the calculator is there in your system or not? Yes. For example, you download certain apps from in your mobile. From App Store, you download desktop applications. From App Store, you download some applications in your mobile. Those are which applications? Standalone applications. Those are which application? Standalone applications. Those are called desktop applications or what? Standalone applications. Those applications are there in your system or not? Yes. You download in your mobile. You download in your mobile and then you work with it. Is it those are standalone or not? Yes. Those are desktop applications or standalone applications. Getting on it. But when you're talking about web, the application is not in your system. The application is not in your system. The application is there in what? Another system. That you call it as which one? Server. And how you access those services? By using browser. How you access those services? By using browser. What is web application? What is application? What is application? Is a collection of programs. Application is a collection of programs. And how you are accessing these programs? How you are accessing these programs? Using internet. Using internet. Web is nothing but what? Internet. An application whose resources accessible using what? Internet. That application is called what? Web application. An application whose resources are accessed from browser. That application is called as what? Web application. An application installed in server and access using what? Browser. It's called as which application? Web application. You should know architecture, right? You should know what is the meaning of web application. Without knowing web application, you cannot develop what? Web application. Getting on not? Okay. So there are so many definitions of which one? Web application. An application, yes, I'm writing here. An application whose resources are accessed. Whose resources are accessed using what? Access using which one? Browser. Is called web application. An application installed in inside which one? Server. And access using which one? Browser. Is called which application? Web application. The resources which are accessed using internet. The resources which are accessed using internet is called which application? Web application. Web application. What is web application is? This is the definition, right? Web application. Yes. And there are different types of web applications. There are different types of web applications. See, this web applications you are accessing on your mobile. You are accessing these web applications in your mobile. You are accessing these web applications on a desktop. You are accessing these web applications in your mobile. You are accessing these web applications in on your desktop using which one? Browser. Using which one? Browser. An application whose resources can be accessible using what? Browser. Such kind of applications you call it as what? Web applications. There are different types of web applications. Web application, right? So what is the difference between web application and website? So one more question here. What is the difference? What is the difference between web application, and what? Website. There is one more is there. What is the difference between web application and website? Yeah, tell me here. What is the difference between a web application and website? Website is a collection of applications. Oh, website is a source point and web application is whose access website. Website is a design. Website is a collection of web pages. Oh, what is this here? No. Website. Web application has some protocol. Oh, come on. What is the difference between web application and website? Accessing the particular application. Accessing the particular application. Then what exactly? Website. Oh, very big definition. If a website is of globally accessible, interlinked web pages which have a single domain name. Oh, this is a net definition, I think. It can be developed and maintained by individual business organization. A website is hosted on a single or multiple web servers. It is accessible via internet like, okay. A group of web applications, website is a web page. Web application is a client and website is a server. Oh, you're changing completely definition here. Yes. You develop a web application. Okay, you develop a web application in your system. Yes or no? You develop a web application in your system and you want your web application to be available globally. Means worldwide. Then what do you do it? 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 I develop one web application in my system. I want my web application should be accessible by all the people worldwide. Then what I have to do first? I have to purchase some space. I have to purchase some space. Okay. There will be a server, service providers will be there or not? Yes. I purchase some space on what? Internet. I purchase some space on internet. When I purchase space, and within that space, I publish or upload which one? Web application. I publish or upload which one? My web application. Then how other people will access that web application? By using one name. By using one name. The place where my web application is available, that can be called as a website or not? Yes. The place my web application is available, that you can call it as what? Website. Site where my web application is available. I'll try to give some name, right? That name is called as what? Domain name. You call it as domain name or you'll say website name. Tell me your website name. Tell me your website name is, what you'll tell? Is it application name or site name? Site name is a logical. Site name is which one? Logical, but physically it is linked with what? Application. Physically it is linked with what? Application. Okay, so until unless your application is not hosted, until unless your application is not hosted on internet, is it that application resources? Is it that application resources are available to worldwide? No, no. Then what you have to do? You have to purchase some space, and that space is given some name or not? Yes, that name you call it as what? Website. That name is called as which name? Website name. Website name. Site name. Sometimes when you purchase any land, you'll ask, tell me site name. Tell me site name. Site name. Tell me site name. You'll say XYZ site. Then you'll go to that place and see the space and all the things, right? Or not? Yes. So here also same thing. How to buy domain name uploading, that I'll tell you. Don't worry about that. So there is some free domain providers are there. We'll try to upload and execute in real-time environment. Don't worry about that. How to deploy in real-time environment, that also I'll show you. Don't worry. Yeah, later we'll talk about what is Git and GitHub here. Please, not a right time to talk about that. Okay? Yes. What is the difference between web application and website? Website. What is a website? Is a space. Is a space where web application is hosted. Is a place where the web application is what? Hosted. That you call it as which one? Website. Okay, it is a place. I can say it is a place where. Okay, it is a place where web application is hosted. Is called which one? Website. Website or website name. Website or website name or same thing you call it as which one? Domain name. Same thing is called as which one? Domain name. So always web application is accessed with what name? Domain name or what? Website name. Always web application is accessible using which one? Domain name or which name? Website what? Name, right? Yes. Is it clear? This web application provide services, but how this web application is accessible using? How this web application is accessible by using website? Creating a website is nothing but creating one domain or not? Yes. And here you'll be hosting your application. Right? Yes. What is web page? We'll talk about here. Don't worry. We are not talking about web pages. Okay, na? We are just talking about web applications. This web application is having two types of resources. Web application is having how many types of resources? Two types. Based on that, web applications are two types. Web applications are how many types? Two types. One is a static web applications. One more is dynamic web applications. Static web applications and one more is what? Dynamic. Static web applications and one more is what? Dynamic web application. Static web application. Static. Just to try to understand this. What is static web application? Static web applications. Now, static web application is an application which consists of static resources. Static web application will provide static resources. Static resources means whose content doesn't changes from one request toward another request. Whose content doesn't changes from one request toward another request. Whose content will be the same for all the clients. It is just like a textbook. If you take one textbook, if you open textbook, you find so many pages, and each page contains some content or not. Each page will have some content or not. Yes, each page will have some content. Is it that content will be the same for all clients, or all the students are will be changes from one student to another? Same. Okay, once it is published, the content will be what here? Same. The content doesn't changes. The content doesn't changes. Static. Static means whose content doesn't changes from one client to another client. Whose content doesn't changes from one request to what? Another. That you call it as which one? Static website. That you can call it as which one? Static. A static example is like Wikipedia. If you take Wikipedia, that content will be the same. It doesn't changes, right? It doesn't changes. It doesn't changes from one request to what? Another request. Wikipedia is what? Static. Wikipedia is what? Static web application. When it is a dynamic, for example, if you take Google search engine itself, okay, if you open google.com, right, it will display. And where you type search text, you will type and click on it. Then based on the search, you'll get different outputs or not? Yes. That output might be various from one input to what? Another. Now, is it that will be a static or dynamic? Dynamic. It means it is giving the outputs based on what? It is giving the outputs based on what? Input. It is giving the outputs based on what? Input. That is called as which one? Dynamic. Whose content might be changes from one request to what? Another. Static web application, and one more is what? Dynamic web application. Dynamic. There are two types of web application. One is a static and one more is what? Dynamic. An application whose content doesn't changes from one request to what? Another. Okay. Now, static web application is collection of which resources? Static resources. Now, these applications, you develop it. These applications are developed using what is that? HTML, and one more is what? CSS. Okay, HTML and what is that? CSS. For example, if you take Naresheti website, if Naresheti website is there, Naresheti dot which one? In. This is a Naresheti website. This is static. What you'll have? Suppose I click on home. This is called as which page? Okay, if I click on home, I'll get which one? Home page. So this content will be the same for all the people, or it changes. This content will be the same for all the people, or it changes? Same. This content doesn't changes, right? For example, all courses. If I click on all courses, will I get the courses? The courses offered by which one? Naresheti. Is it this content will be the same for all the people, or is it changes? This content will be what here? Same. Means all these are which one? Static. All these are which one? Static. These are static. These are which one? Static. Okay, these are static. For example, if I'm saying classroom training, what will I get? I'll get one web page. I'll get some web page which contains some information or not? Yes. Web page is nothing but a web document. Web page is nothing but a web document. Document. What document contain? What document contain? In MS Word, in MS Word, you create one document. What document contain? Text. What document contain? Text. What document contain? Images. What document contain? Audio. What document contain? Video. Is it all these are static resources or dynamic? Static. Getting or not? Okay, just try to understand, because without knowing all these things, you cannot develop what? Django. I can move directly into Django, but before that, you should know what is a Web application, types of web application, static resources, dynamic resources. What is dynamic web application? Why we need to develop applications, web applications? What is the advantage of developing what? Web applications. Tell me, what is the advantage of developing internet applications? What is the advantage of developing a web application or internet application? Huh? To get the information, to get the information, scalability, to access anywhere. Very good. To access anywhere, 24 by 7. 24 by 7. Okay. 24 by 7. It means it is access worldwide. Okay, it means, for example, nowadays, if you want to withdraw money, you don't require to go to what? Bank.
मैं वेट कर
You
रहा
are
हूँ
doing the same thing by just sitting at the home by clicking button or not. Yes. But how it is providing it
ये कैसे
using
बोला
web?
हाँ मैं ना तुम ऐसा मत
How it is
करो
providing it using what? Web. Can you access the business services from anywhere or not? Yes. You want to purchase any product? Are you going to shop? No. You are just opening which one?
अंदर जाएगा इसको ऊपर
You are opening which one? You are opening one web application. You are opening one web application. You just open Amazon. Is it providing services on behalf of? Is it Amazon? What is that? Shop is there somewhere? No. Amazon, nowhere Amazon is there, right? Okay, it is only a web where they are doing a business, right? Yes or no? They don't have their own manufacturings. No. Amazon doesn't have their own manufacturing. They'll try to hire which one? They'll try to hire which one? Different people, uh, product providers, right? And they'll try to purchase directly from who? Company. Not even Amazon people, they don't approach company. Company people approach which one? Amazon to sell their products. You can also become a business partner in what? Amazon. You can also become a business partner in what? Amazon, and you can sell your products. Yes or no? Okay, you can place your own products and you can sell in what? Amazon. Yes. Getting on it. That is how the Amazon will do the business. Amazon is who? Which company? US company. Amazon is a US company. Getting on it. But they are doing a business in all over the world. But 70% of business is done from India. Getting on it. So it means, so we are using so many things which are developed by US people. Yes or no? So, but we have a technology, but we are not using properly. Yes or no? We know the technology, we have a knowledge, but we don't have, what do you call it, as thinking, right? Yes. Anyway, we'll talk about what is the difference between the static web application and what is the dynamic web application. And then after that, after the static and dynamic web applications, we can just move into our course content, right? In course content, we'll start with the first chapter. Actually, I was supposed to upload this. We start with the first chapter, that is what is web, features of, and then just we'll move into HTML and HTML5. Because once you learn this static, this is first chapter is completely belongs to what? Static website. At the end of this first chapter, you can able to develop one website. Which website? Static website. For example, you are studying in your college. You are studying in your college. You want to develop a website for your college, you can develop it. Yes or no? Suppose you want to develop a tutorials. You want to develop a tutorial website. You have a tutorial websites, right? What is that? Geeks for Geeks. Geeks for Geeks. Geeks for Geeks is which one? Is it a static website or dynamic website? Static only. This is static only. This is not a dynamic. This is which one? Static only. Now, at the end of the course, can you develop your own tutorials kind of thing or not? Yes, that you can do it after completing which chapter? First chapter. At the end of the first chapter, you should be able to develop certain websites. Yes or no? So it is very interesting. And at the end of the course, you'll develop so many projects. Every topic is one project. In this, every topic you can take it as one project and you can start developing it. I'll tell you how to develop your own mailing system like Gmail. You want to develop your own mailing system like Gmail? I'll tell you how to develop it. Getting on. So we'll see all these things, but not one by one. We'll see. Okay, not in one day because it takes a lot of time to develop the things, right? Okay. Anyway, tomorrow we'll talk about static web applications and dynamic web applications. Okay, now. And today we'll just stop it here. And tomorrow we'll talk about this and we'll move into first chapter. That is HTML, HTML5, and all the things, right? So we'll stop it here today, and tomorrow we'll continue, right? Thank you. I'll share this syllabus in the Telegram, right? Okay, yesterday I forgot, but today I'll share it, right? Thank you. So 2.5 months to 3 months. I said, this course is completed within 2.5 months to 3 months.
बहुत बड़े नहीं थे लेके निकल उसके और उसका बॉयफ्रेंड हर एक वो हर्ष है ऐसा मोटा ताजा दोनों उसको ऐसे कर रहे हैं लड़का 30 साल की हो 10 साल की दिखती हुई थी ये भी नीचे का इसको
Okay. Yes, thank you. This is my 11:10. 11:10 I'll start. 11:10 I'll start. Classroom is you go to Naresh Chetty, they'll tell you where is the classroom is. They'll tell you where is the classroom is. Okay, right. So thank you. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you. Telegram ID is
ये सीरियल है तो कौन बटन दबाने से वो क्या
so this is my Telegram ID. This is Telegram ID.
वो तो मैं कैमरा भी
Yeah, I'll share it. Yes. Yes, sir. Did I start?
Oh, sorry. मैं फंसा
Recording stopped.
Hmm.